It's English time, it's English time. Come and let's have fun. Read, write, speak, and watch, but listen. Participate and experience the magic of words. Welcome to a brand new acquisition of knowledge. This is Respectacular Learning English with Teacher Reese.
Good morning everyone and welcome to another episode of Rizal Delightful Lessons, our English class for today. Please prepare now your materials, your English notebook, your ball pen, and your modules. Welcome to our 25-minute synchronous class. And before we start our new lesson, let me remind everyone that November is considered as the celebration of National Reading Month. So we are again reminded by the importance of reading. And we have here our first quotation of the month. Reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. So this is quoted from a well-known writer that reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. So we need to read because reading will make your mind, it may help you enrich your thinking. If you wish to be physically fit, then you need to exercise. Now, if you wish to be mentally fit, of course, you can do reading as a habit. This is just our first quotation of reading for. So, I would also like to remind everyone that September 13, 2021 to November 12, 2021 is the scope of the first quarter, the academic quarter 1 for school year 2021-2022. So please make sure to have submitted all your outputs, and you must have taken all your summative tests, not only in my class, Akasha or grade 3 Akasha and other sections for my English class, but make sure that you have submitted all your requirements in all your subjects. Okay, so you may visit your Google Classroom and see for updates, reminders, advisories given to you by your subject teacher. Alright, so good luck for the first quarter. Now, for our review, may I ask you to bring out your notebook. I have mentioned earlier that you should have your notebook beside you. Alright, so all you need to do is to identify the noun used in each sentence. So you may use your notebook. Again, you may also pause this video when you are thinking of your answer. You can do that. Alright? Okay, so let's start. Again, you are going to identify the noun used in each sentence. So you may just write the letter of the correct answer. Let's proceed. Number 1. So, please join me. Let's read. I will wear my face mask when I have the chance to go out. Again, you are going to identify the noun. A, the. B, wear. C, face mask. D, go. You may now write your answer, which is the noun used in the sentence. Alright, so the correct answer is face mask. So always remember to use your face mask. Alright, let's proceed. Number 2, again, let's read. The group practiced and performed. A, group. B, practiced. C, and D, performed. You are going to identify which is the noun used in the sentence. Let's see. So the correct answer is letter A. It's the group. Now let's proceed to number 3. Again, join me. She played the guitar all night on her room. A, all. B, played. C, room. D, she. Identify the noun. Okay, so the answer is letter C. Room is the noun used in the sentence. Let's proceed. Number 4. The siblings washed the dishes properly. So again, we are identifying the noun used in the sentence. We have A. Washed, B. Dishes, C. Properly, or D. The or the. So again, we are going to identify the noun used in the sentence. Okay, so the correct answer is letter B. So dishes is the correct answer. By the way, you can also see here siblings. So siblings is also a noun, but since it's not included in our choices, you may choose the letter B, which is dishes. Siblings, it refers to your brother and sister. So you as siblings. All right, let's proceed with our last item for our review. Let's have the bag is too heavy for her to carry. A is, B heavy, C carry, or D bag. Again, you are going to identify the noun. You are correct. So you may now write your answer. Very good. So the correct answer is letter D, bag. So bag. So let me see. Will you count now your score? This is just part of the review. Remember, we have discussed noun last meeting. Alright, so we are just reviewing what you have learned. Alright, so who got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope nobody got 0. Okay, so give a tap of yourself if you got 5. So read more about nouns. Okay, so as you can observe, there are possible 2 nouns or 3 noun use in the sentence, but remember, only if it's not included in the choices, so you may choose the correct answer for the item. Okay, so for this week, our learning competency is all about use plural form of regular nouns by adding s or es. That is, dog, it will become dogs, or wish, it will become wishes. So look at our competency. We have the terms plural form and regular nouns. Remember, nouns is categorized into 2. We have regular nouns and irregular nouns. Okay, so for this week, we have here our learning objectives. So we will know or familiarize with the rules to follow in forming plural form of regular nouns, then change singular nouns to plural nouns. Then we also have, of course, we wish you to participate actively, and please submit your outputs on time. Alright, so let's start our day. Okay, so let's start. First is, let's review on the definition of nouns. Remember that we have mentioned before that nouns are words used to name a person, place, thing, or idea. So we have the term name. So let me emphasize that nouns are words to are words to name a person. So you have there your clue. Nouns, name, pangalan. Alright, so when we talk about nouns, we have the term singular nouns and we have your plural nouns. So can you still remember what your English teacher have discussed when you were in the lower grades? Now, this is just part of a review. So you will be reminded with the definition of singular nouns, that when we say singular, from the term single, which means only one. So when a noun names one person, place, or thing, that is singular noun. Now, we also have the terms plural noun. Then, if singular only names one person, in a plural form, it's more than one person, place, thing, or idea. So if you are referring to 2 or more persons, places, things, or ideas, then you are talking about plural noun. So, do you want to know some examples? Okay, so for singular, you have there the image, and that is a face mask. So look at the spelling of face mask. Then, we also have, what do you think is this? You are correct. This is a box. Now, if you wish to make this one into its plural form, of course, two or more face masks will have face mask. Face masks. So, what have you observed? Very good. So, from face mask, you will add s to make or to form its plural form. Then we also have the box. Then maybe you cannot see there. So box, it will become, oh, what if we have already many boxes? So you may say, I will just write here because, okay, so from the word box, it will become, what do you think? So will I add letter S? Okay, so please look at the difference of face mask into from this word box, it will become boxes. So in my example face mask, I added the letter S. So the suffix S, the syllable S. Then here, I added the syllable ES. So you will know more about the singular noun creating or forming its plural form by familiarizing the following rules. Alright, so let's start with the first rule in forming the plural form of regular nouns. Remember, regular nouns, you may add only what? S or what? Add ES. So I need to put this one because you will add, that means you are adding your syllable at the end of the root word. Remember that. So first rule, it says here that add an S or the syllable S to singular nouns. So you may just add. If you wish to make it two or more, then you will have the following. So these are just an example. These are just examples of our singular nouns creating or forming its plural forms. Let's start with the word. Okay, how will you read this one? Right, it's park. Okay, so what about? Alright, so parks. What about number 2? Plant. Then it will become plants. Very good. Then what about this one? Okay, so eco. It's an eco bag. So eco bag, then eco bag. So remember, you must add the S, annex it in the word bag. Now, what about this? How will you read this one? Coin, then it will become coins. Then this one, pencil, then pencils. So that is just our first rule. That is rule number 1, adding an S to singular nouns. So we also have another set of nouns here. Then let's talk about our second rule. It says here that add S to nouns ending in Y preceded by a vowel. So what do we mean by preceded? Precede, bago, by a vowel. Okay, remember, the noun ends with Y. Not all words that end with Y are nouns. Remember, we are talking about noun. So that noun must be, that noun that ends, that word that ends with Y must be a noun. Alright, so when we say vowel, going back to our knowledge on our English alphabet, so we have your vowels and consonants, right? So we only have 5 vowels in the English alphabet, and we have your A, E, I, O, U. So, meaning, if your noun ends with Y, and that word preceded, or that Y is preceded by a vowel, it may be A, E, I, O, U, so all you need to do is to just add S. Let's have an example. So these are the examples. donkey, donkeys. So let me emphasize that our noun ends with Y, right? Then it's preceded by a vowel E. So it's appropriate to add S. Very good. What about this one? They. Then it's preceded by a vowel A. So of course you need to add S according to the rule. Then we also have the word boy. Alright. Then of course, what is the letter? What is the vowel? O. Of course, that is boys. Then we also have the word toy. Then preceded by a vowel O. Then you need to add S. Then what about the last one? We have the word key. Then it is preceded by a vowel. Very good. It's vowel E. So it's just right and proper to add S at the end of that word. So can you follow the second rule? Remember, your word must be a noun. Not all words that ends with Y, or not all words that end with Y is considered as noun. Alright, now let's have our rule number 3 in forming the plural form of regular nouns. So we have here our rule number 3, add ES to nouns ending in. Okay, so we have here, there are nouns that ends with CH, SH, S, X. So what do you think? Okay, so as mentioned by this rule, you need to add the syllable ES. So let's have an example. Look at the following example. Will you read? Very good. It's coach. Then, of course, it ends with CH, so it will become coaches. See? Then we also have sash. So it ends with SH. So as you can see here, then you need to add ES. Then for the third one, we have the word boss. It will become, according to the rule, nouns end with S must have the syllable ES to form its plural form. So we have the bosses. Then we also have tax. So in Filipino, we call it as the tax or the buwis. Then, of course, it ends with X. Then you must end it with ES. And there are other nouns that ends with CH, SH, S, and X. Remember, nouns refers to name of person, place, thing, or idea. Don't be confused with those words that ends with CH, SH, S, and X. If they are not referring to a person, place, thing, or idea, you don't need to add ES as the suffix. Alright, so please number your notebook. Let's have an activity. Let me see if you understood about the rules in our forming the plural form of singular nouns. So let's have our first activity. So let's be ready. I hope you will get all our first activity. So let's start. So you may write now your answer. You may pause again this video while you are going to think of the plural form of the following words. Okay, so I'm giving you time. You may pause the video in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I hope you have written all your answers, and let's see if you got the correct answer for the following words. So number 1, will you read? Okay, so that is watch. So it will become watches. So see, look at the end letters of the word watch. So this is watch, then watches. We are referring to yung relo. It's watch could be used also as a verb, but here we are referring to your thing. So maybe your accessory. Next, we have the word valley. So how will you form its plural form? Very good. So it will become valleys. So it ends with what? Okay, so it ends with Y. Again, you rule and preceded by a vowel, so it's appropriate to use the S as the end suffix, or it's a repetitive, so suffix, it must be added at the end of the word. Next, number 3, the word is bench. That is pronounced as bench. Okay, so the word is benches, so it will become benches. So it ends with, again, we have the CH. So of course, rule number, what rule? Very good. Rule number 3. So you need to add your suffix es. Alright, next, number 4. Rock. So very easy. So what is this? Rocks. So rule number 1 is just simply add s to singular noun to form its plural form. So by just adding s. And number 5, how will you read this one? Okay, so it's trash. Then it will become trashes, because rule number 1. Rule number 3, that you need to add es if your noun ends with sh. Can you still remember? So it will become trashes. Alright, so let me see who got 5 for this. What about 4? What about 3? What about 2? 1, 0. Okay, so again, you give a clap to yourself if you got all our first activity. Okay, so let me remind you, remember that rule number 1, add an s to singular nouns. What about rule number 2? Add s to nouns ending in y preceded by a vowel. Then rule number 3, add es to nouns ending in ch, sh, s, and x. Okay, so do you want more? Let's have our evaluation. So again, the same. Let's have our instructions or directions. You're going to write the correct plural form of the following nouns. So there must have a period here. Write the answers in your notebook. So again, you may pause while copying the words. We have room, guest, chair, glass, page. So you may pause again while waiting for the correct answer, and you may have your time in forming the plural form of the following words. All right. Let's see if you got the correct answers for each item. Let's have number 1. How will you read this one? Very good. So room, rooms. Number 2, look at your answers if you have the same answers. Guest, guests. Number 3, remember the honest, chair, chairs. Number 4, glass, glasses. And number 5, peach, peaches. Oh, how's your score? Do you get all the tests? Very good. What about 4, 3, 2, 1? Okay, so remember that you need to just add s or es and think of our rules. Alright, kids? So for your asynchronous activities, so you may have now your module. You can open your module now. Locate, read, copy, and answer. Go to page 20 of your English module. Then copy and answer learning task 2. So anyway, this is just for your practice exercises. It's a home activity. You don't need to submit it or upload it in our Google Classroom. So don't look at the answer keys yet. Make sure to answer it from your own thinking. Okay, so I trust you. If you listened a while ago, you can answer the items and the learning task number 2. Okay, now let's have our FB post. So as you have heard a while ago, I have shared an example of a reading quotation. So post a quotation about reading. So you may use now, maximize now your load, maximize your Google and Yahoo, and look for a quotation. It's a reading quotation, then underline or put emphasis. So you may write the following regular nouns used in the quotation and post it in your Facebook account. If you don't have your Facebook account yet, you may ask your parents, you may ask your siblings, and have your activity posted. This is one way also of joining the celebration of the, remember, November is the National Reading Month. So to apply what you have learned, you may identify now the noun, the regular nouns there. May it be in its plural form or singular form, just put emphasis. So I will be giving you example in our group chat later on, so that you will know more what to do with your asynchronous task number 2. So I am excited to see and read your post. Okay, good luck. Next, for the YouTube link, so you can rewatch this video while if you have something to clarify or to verify, then you may go back. You may share this video lesson, then you can read and watch it anytime you want. Okay, then there are other videos that you can also watch regarding our lessons. Okay, good luck, kids. So again, let me remind you, please visit our virtual community platforms. Again, videos have been uploaded in my YouTube account, Rizal Delightful Lesson. I hope you are being delighted watching our videos. Then go to our group chat with our parents. Let your parents guide you. Then you can back read so that you will be reminded with my announcements and updates. Then of course, always visit your Google Classroom. That is our classroom. So you can comment there, remember our rules, then you may look for the assigned activities in the to-do, so that if you have time now, you can submit or turn your outputs. Remember also your summative test. Links have been posted there. You may just click the link, then you can take your summative test. Again, I am not being your class advisor, Akasha, and the rest of our sections, you may visit all of your Google Classrooms. Alright, so this is just part of our first quarter. Okay, thank you very much, kids, for your participation. I hope you are learning with our videos uploaded in my YouTube account. So again, thank you very much, and please continue learning and search for more activities and video lessons about forming the plural form of singular nouns. Okay, thank you very much for your participation. See you again soon.
So there, I hope you learned something new today. Keep on learning, stay safe, and see you in another episode of the Spectacular